we are going to use our knowledge of strings to build a Madlib style word game. In a Madlib game, you are provided sentences with some missing words like nouns, verbs, adjectives, and adverbs, with some missing words like nouns, verbs, adjectives, and adverbs. And then you fill in the missing pieces with words of your choice to make a sentence that could be funny and hopefully makes a little bit of sense. So let me show you how to do this. This also uses a function. Now we haven't talked about functions yet. I'm gonna explain those more later, but for now just go with it because that's not the point of this lecture. So just try to focus on this. So I called my function word blanks, so we can call the function and pass here different types of words. You can call the function and you have to pass in certain types of words. You pass in a noun, an adjective, a verb, and an adverb. So down here you can see that we are calling the function called word blanks in a console log. And for these so-called parameters, and don't worry, we will talk about functions and parameters later on. As for now, we are calling our function or method. You can call it either way. We are calling it inside our console log, and we pass in here informations to it. So the point is that we are going to use all these words that are passed in to make a sentence. So we know that var results equals an empty string at first, and then we have to use all these words and results, and we have to use all of these words here, and then the result is going to be returned from this function. So here, return result. And like I said, don't worry, we will talk about this. And with this console.log, this will be logged into our console. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna say here beneath my declaration of result plus equals, and now I'm gonna add these parameters to my result. So let's see how this is done. So we can here say the, make a space, plus, now we can say my noun, plus is, plus my adjective, plus, and plus my verb, plus, and now very, plus, and then my adverb. And made me make the console a little bit smaller, then we can focus on the code here. And now if I will try to click on run, we see the cat is small and walks very slow. And as you see here, I have to put here a space for my and 2. So let's do this. Clear the console again, and now click on run, and we see the cat is small and walks very slow. And now if we, for example, copy this, we can use it again. So let's copy it over, and instead of cat, let's say rabbit. Let's say instead of small, let's say big. Let's say runs, and here we can say fast, for example. And if I clear the console again and click on run, we see the rabbit is big and runs very fast. And the benefit from using functions, which we will, like I said, see a bit later, is that we can use it again and again, and we don't have to type this sort of stuff every time for another animal. So in our case, we are working with animals, so I can just call this function. So I can just call this function as long as I want, and I don't have to type all this again and again for everyone separately. But like I said, this is not the main focus on this lecture. We will talk about this in a few lectures ahead. So you see we have here a little fun, you can call it game, but let's just pretend this is a small game, or let's say word blanks. But we can also use different things as animals. So we can also say the car, we can say car, we can say long, drives, and we can say here instead of slow, medium speed. And if I now click on run, see, we can also use it again. The car is long and drives very medium speed. Okay, very doesn't make any much sense in this case or in this example, but yeah, my point was how to use word blanks for example here, and I'm gonna see you in the next lecture.